So went to college in Georgia, got a degree in Christian counseling, a minor in Christian education. Went through a broken engagement when I was in college, which is only helpful in understanding. I think one of the things I've noticed in my life is God keeps bringing hard things to teach me really, I think, meaningful things. And if you're afraid of rejection or you're afraid of the things I was afraid of, being honest, being vulnerable, rejection, God's going to put those things in your path to help grow me.
Yeah,
And I've
'cause he loves
consistently
you.
see, yeah, which is took me all this time to get to this point of saying when hard things come now, I go, okay, God, you're up to something
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
don't see it as a curse. I see it as I know you're trying to do something deeper in me and help me learn it because I want to get through this
That's
faster.
beautiful. Yeah.
So went through a broken engagement, which led me actually back up to New Jersey for a season. But I can remember actually graduating from college with this very distinct thought. And at the time, I wasn't trained well to think well about biblical counseling. It was actually seen as a negative at the time. But I remember graduating with this distinct thought, all right, I know how to ask really good open-ended questions or closed-ended questions. I know how to paraphrase, but I don't know how to apply the Bible to people's lives. And it's like God used that to then bring me back up to this area. And my parents were attending a church that I started attending with them. I worked for a year at the Atlantic City Rescue Mission in Atlantic City while I was figuring out what to do after college. And I worked the night shift. So here is again, little white girl in the middle of Atlantic City
Yeah.
in the rescue mission, working 11 at night to 7 in the morning, which was pure torture.
What kind of stuff happens there? Give us an example for people who have no idea what you're talking about. Give us an example of what kind of person would walk through the door and how you would help them.
So long ago, but the stories that stand out are, it's probably 3 to 5 blocks away from the casinos. So over and over again, you would hear stories of people went to the casinos for the night, and the most profound one was a woman who had just gambled her own house away. She lived in the Carolinas and came in and was broke and had no place to go that night and was staying overnight there and had just come from the casinos, lost her house in North Carolina or South Carolina. And there would be single moms who would live there or were trying to get out of there, a lot of homeless people. So it could be this wide range of seeing people's lives go down the drain as a result of the casinos and people who are just struggling in inner city life. So did that for a year. And then while I was attending this church, one of the women who worked there was attending CCF courses up in Glenside, and I think she thought it was her mission to convert me to biblical way of thinking. She was right. I needed it. But just that thought of I don't know how to apply the Bible to people's lives was there already. And so that was a seed that the Lord used that then I came to a CCF conference, or at the time it was the June Institutes at CCEF. And yeah,